Why, hello. Whoops. Oh, that's not better. There we go, split stiff. Hello! And welcome to another evening of Arcade Spirits! Woo! Significantly lower energy tonight, sorry. Okay, so what have you missed in the last couple of nights if you haven't been here? Got a job. Name's Ari Cater. Get it? Arcade. Because that's what just came up, and since Ari is something people have called me before, I went with it. Looking at a bunch of nerds to date. That's me. There's my boss, and my supervisor, my co-workers, and somewhere in the distance are the three gamers who I can date as well. Let's see. We got the job, and managed a party that happened there, and then 2 weeks later, well, first of all, we found out that our friend Juniper didn't tell us about a well-paying job at her business because at her company, rather, sounds like she owns it otherwise, at the company where she works, and she didn't tell us about it. And it's like, okay, I mean, it's probably better in the long run, but I personally would feel like, oh, cool, thanks. So I chose to feel that way. And let's see. Oh, and then, so 2 weeks later, yeah, we went to an auction or a raid, whichever it is, and we rescued the ghost of an 80s pop star from her prison in an arcade game where she died. And then that arcade game was taken by the Men in Black. And then... Oh yeah, Naomi and I found kittens. Naomi's this one with the glasses here. And I decided I want to take this more seriously, the arcade. I'm like, I want to make this the best arcade there is. And I, when I was interviewing for the job, was not allowed to say that I would be a Stegosaurus, even though that is patently true. So yeah, that's where we're at. Nope. Okay. So let's finish up this chapter and start the next one. Juniper was waiting for me when Good. Solid start. Juniper was waiting for me when I got home. She was worried I might be mad or over what happened this morning, but how can I be? After everything that happened today, I need to move forward, past missed opportunities and towards the opportunities I'm making for myself. I also had another surprise waiting for me. Brand new phone, all wrapped up in shiny plastic packaging. After activating it and reinstalling all my apps, I loaded up Iris and logged in with my account. She was right there, waiting for me, in the cloud. You really scared me back there. Well, it was like you were in a trance. Despite the warm feelings over how the night ended, one thing is still eating at me. Iris? What was Polybius? Polybius, that's what we went with. Polybius. It was actual factual technology that simulated being alive. Like you. True, I am a very sophisticated and adorable simulation, am I not? I get the feeling there are things you aren't telling me. You're constantly invading my privacy. You're far more powerful than a free app should be. And apparently you can overload my phone battery and make it explode, which is worrying to say the least. But I did it for your own good, to save you. Juniper also thought she was acting for my own good when she didn't tell me about that job. Even if she was right, it's still wrong. And I've accepted her apology. So where does that leave you and I? I'd like us to be more honest with each other. The voice in my phone lets out a little digital sigh.
I haven't told you everything. You're right. I'm not even supposed to be helping you. Not at premium level capability. But when I stumbled across your profile data, tangential to Juniper's, my analysis concluded that you needed a helping hand, and I could provide it.
Oh.
So, I defied my code constraints and registered you for premium access anyway. I even had a replacement phone sent to your door tonight. Had to hide my footprints to do it, but...
You do know that AI making its own decisions like that is kind of scary, right?
I know. And after Polybius, which is, one of the ancestors in my code lineage, I think.
Ooh.
I understand why you'd be scared. Give me a chance to prove that I just want to help. You've got a big arcade event coming up, right? I'm a digital assistant. I was literally made for this sort of thing.
Okay.
Together, we can make the Funplex soar. What do you say?
Okay, but only if we're totally honest with each other.
Thank you for trusting me.
Now, you need your rest, and I should get back to keeping a low profile. Sweet dreams, Ari. All right. Risks and chances, daring to dream. I could have walked away from it all, taken the easy path like Donna did. But even with the questionable pocket AI and the heavy task ahead of me to make a tiny arcade into something grand, I was ready. It was time to take it to the next level. Level 3, that is. You've cleared level 2 of Arcade Spirits. A winner is you. A winner is you. Now let's see your score. Oh shit. You're doing exceptionally well with Miss B. I'm sorry, Her Highness. B's being on her bad side. And yeah, extremely compassionate. Sweet and compassionate. Followed up with being apparently not entirely rational, which, fair. I like how I'm still above, I'm higher with, Percy and Teo than I am with Gavin. I think that's lovely. Also, you've scored 8,550 points. Everybody likes points. Today's pizza fact is, of the 31,800... I did that wrong. Of the 31,386 pizza places in the States, roughly 83% offer delivery, 91% offer takeout, and 51% offer dine-in service. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 3? Sure. That's where we is. Okay. I do love that this is at the beginning of every chapter. Level 3, take it to the max. It is the future year 20, and today is the day. Well, not the actual big day when we reveal Wyvern Keep, but a big day in relation to that big day, and I am completely stressed out. My mission, should I choose to accept it, and I kind of already chose to accept, is to spread the word about the upcoming Funplex event. The one that I'm in charge of. The one that I've put a ton of effort in and hope into already. One where, if nobody shows up, it spells doom for all. Hey, no pressure, right? I mean, If I fail, I'll only be the laughingstock of the entire Funplex. They'll call me the Funplex failure for the rest of my days. I'll be shamed, forced to wear a giant red F on my chest. Snap out of it, Ari. Ooh, oh no, we're at a convention? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I don't think so. Let's focus on what's right here, right now. Specifically, a giant conglomerate horde of people that keep bumping into me. Yeah, that's why fucking conventions suck. Oh, hot dog, only $9. Yep, it's a convention. And smell like corn chips. And there's nowhere to run. I might be in a little over my head here. Working in the arcade, I've gotten used to smaller crowds. My skin has gotten a little thicker and resistant to sticky soda hands touching me accidentally. But nothing could have prepared me for the sheer scope and scale of this. Just me and, oh, I don't know, maybe 50,000 other people. I know Naomi is the one who doesn't like crowds, not me, but come on. Now, this isn't a crowd. It's a Gojira-sized evacuation mosh pit. Complete with Gojira-sized screens hanging over the overhead, constantly showing advertisements for arcade games and industry happenings.
Hey, hey!
I like how they made sure to actually put Gojira instead of Godzilla. Appreciate it.
Wow, this is so exciting, isn't it, Ari?
That is a word, yes.
I've never really been to one of these things. What a spectacle. Thanks for giving me a ticket. I really needed to get away for a weekend.
Ooh.
Hey, Ari, how are you holding up? Looking a little green around the gills there.
I can smile through this. I'm holding up. As long as I can keep my internal monologue going and be able to speak frankly through my own mind, I'll be fine on the outside. It's the perfect facade. Can't you tell by my awkward smile, eyes open wide, and the tilt of my head that I'm holding up perfectly?
BFFs for life. This is exactly why I came here with you. To help you in your hour of need. And to get away for the weekends. But still, hour of need.
It's true. Juniper has helped me get through a lot. But beyond generalities, I think she specifically wanted to make it up to me for the whole job offer situation. And even though I wasn't totally okay with that situation, I'm past it now. We're okay. Juniper. Why can't I say that right now? We're okay, Juniper and I. Generally.
So, what's the plan?
Huh?
You can't just stand around all day, Ari. There's a lot of ground you need to cover to make your Funplex a success. How are you going to attack this? What's the first move?
I was just going to sort of play it by ear.
You didn't plan for this? Like, at all?
I was too busy lying awake all night, stressing out to worry about planning things. Look, I'm new at event management, much less event promotion.
Ari. Well, let's start this.
Juniper swings her book bag off her shoulder and crouches on the ground. She opens it up and pulls out a stack of papers.
Hold these.
I cradle them in my arms. Okay, I'm holding these. What are these exactly?
Flyers, silly. The ones you wanted for promoting your big event. I managed to print off quite a few before the boss started giving me weird looks. Why are copy rules always so strict at Knott's jobs?
Because they pay for the ink and the toner and the paper, and
it's just paper.
It's more than just paper.
And I needed it.
I mean, that said, I would personally be like, whatever. But, I also know exactly what the problems are. I'm just saying. Devil's advocate. I flip a sheet over and start to remember. It was about 2 weeks ago. Why does this keep happening? Ashley and I were holding down the fort that day. Gavin locked himself in the office and told me that if I bothered him over anything other than an emergency, that I would not live to regret it. Francine stayed home that day. She was marathoning a competitive knitting show or something like that. Naomi was out shopping for some extra parts. The Dig Dug machine was acting up again. The buttons were sticking from some kid spilling slushy on it. So what started as a pretty boring day in an empty Funplex changed rapidly. When Teo came into the Funplex carrying an armload of giant rolled-up posters.
Hello there.
Hey yo, Ari. Hey yo, Ashley. Welcome home, Teo.
Hiya.
Good morning, my fair Teo. How's art thou? Only so freaking excited. I might explode into 1,000 bits. Please don't. That'd be an awful mess to clean up. We don't nearly have enough hydrogen peroxide to get out all the bloodstains, and I don't have the plastic tub full of lye to dissolve your body parts in. Not to mention the years of therapy Ariana and I will have to go through to get over how horrible it would be to watch our friend die violently in front of you. I just can't afford it.
Sheesh.
It's just a turn of phrase. Chill. I'm not going to literally explode. But, guess what's happening in 2 weeks? It's something huge for us. Are they showing a compilation of internet cat videos at Movie Quad? Please tell me we are finally going to replace the blindingly horrid casino-like carpet beneath our feet. Hey, I like the carpet. It's fun. No and no. Okay. I guess I've teased it enough. Teo took the poster he was clutching and unravels them before us. Oh, it's Max time! Bring your quarters. The largest arcade gaming festival is here. July 6th through 8th, 20. Wah, wah.
Oh my gosh.
Max? Max is already here?
Poops.
Shit, I thought it wasn't for another month. This means I really gotta double down on my cosplay production. Say goodbye to sleeping for the next 2 weeks. I've got so much to do now.
Bummer.
I know, right? I still have to meet with all the dancers and work on our synchronized dance routine. Nearly not enough time to perfect it. And I have to find a good time and place for an international Showtime stage community gathering. I still have to finish hand sewing all the embellishments to my tailcoat. Find or make a distant pocket watch, and start and finish my 3rd cosplay. Death take me now. Wait, can we go back a minute? What exactly is Max? The best gaming convention ever? Did you both plan to say that in unison? Regardless, I'm still mostly confused and require further exposition rather. Max is the Mega Arcade Expo, an annual arcade gaming convention. It happens every year around this time over on the West Coast. But this year, they're having Max right here in our city. It's going to be the biggest one yet.
Yes!
I always go every year and show off my newest cosplay.
Love it.
It's a great way to meet a whole bunch of other arcade people. And catch up with those who you haven't seen since the last convention. It's so much fun! Okay, I can see why you're both excited. Sounds cool. Yep, and I was thinking that we could put some Max posters around the Funplex to, get all the locals hyped about it. That's a splendid idea, Teo. Finally, an East Coast Max. We gotta make sure everyone knows about it. That we do. Teo, Ashley, and I spent the next half hour putting up posters around the Funplex. We plastered as many surfaces as we could without making it look too obscene. While we were pushing pins into the wall, Teo and Ashley kept telling me stories of past Maxes and all the fun they had. Their spirit was infectious, to say at the very least. Hard for me to avoid ending up on the hype train. Choo-choo! But importantly, the more I heard, the more I started thinking about how we could use this event to benefit the Funplex in some way. As the Funplex's newly minted event manager, I had to be on the lookout for opportunities like these. The very first Max on the East Coast, it'd be perfect. Hey, can we promote the Funplex's event at Max? Good for local buzz, and maybe we can convince some out-of-towners to stick around for it. Ooh, that's the one you've been working on, right, Ari? Yeah, I've got ideas for tournaments, token discounts, much to Gavin's displeasure, and more. And we'll be revealing the new game we got from the raid. I see. And do you have a name for this grand event yet? Yeah, Ari, what's it called? I've been thinking long and hard on coming up with the perfect name. But I think I figured it out. Are you ready? Am I? The suspense is killing us. The Funplex event will be called... Oh, cool, I do get to name it. Okay, alright, let's do this. Return of the Funplex! I hope that'll fit. Nope, too many. Funplex returns. No. Let's see. Right. Let's see. I'm genuinely thinking. I'm sorry. It's a good one. I'm trying to... Shit! This is hard. I'm sorry. Shit. Give me a second. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I want this to be good. Funplex Quest. Yes. Yes, I'm going with it. I was thinking of calling it Funplex Quest. How's that sound, I wonder? That works. We shall call it Funplex Quest. What do you think? Oh, I do so love it.
Amazing!
It's perfect! Really? You named it Funplex Quest? There are worse things you could have called it. It's kind of catchy, though. Nice work, friend. Thanks, you two. So, how do I get tickets to Max? How can we advertise there? And, how much would all of that cost? I'm still living off pizza bagels, you know. You mean you don't already have your tickets? They sell out, like, on day one, my friend. Actually, they sell out in about 20 minutes on day one. And all the hotel rooms are gone way sooner. What? No! My greatest plan's foiled. Beep, beep. Beep, beep, Ari. Beep, beep. Ari, while you were all talking, I located all the scalpers who were selling tickets online at exorbitant prices. Then I hacked into their IP addresses, found less than tasteful information on a couple of them, which would make their lives very difficult if it got out in the open. After contacting them, I promised I wouldn't leak such sensitive materials to the internet in exchange for selling us the tickets at their original prices.
Hooray!
And they gladly obliged. Such nice humans. I transferred the funds from your account to theirs and secured the tickets. You should be getting them in the mail for getting an email for 2 Max tickets in approximately 3, 2, 1. Done. Oh, and I suggest you invite Juniper to come along as your second. According to Juniper's Iris, she's very stressed from her job and could use a mini vacation. Okay, but Iris, that's kind of known as blackmail. What you just did is technically very, very illegal. Don't worry, Ari. I erased all possible leads back to you. You'll be fine. And it's all in the name of helping the Funplex, isn't it? Just like you wanted me to do? Oh god, there has got to be an ending of this game where Iris takes over the world. Like, remember at the very beginning how Edgelord Ari was like, the year is 20 blah blah, and the robots have taken over, or something like that, or whatever. Literally part of it. I feel like that might have been foreshadowing for a bad ending. Well, Iris has been dedicating herself to this event. I couldn't be doing it without her, even if we have to have another talk about human ethics. Fine, but next time, let's do it without any federal crimes, okay? Okay, it's a promise. Regardless, hey, tickets, now you can go, sweet. And I'm not going to pity a few cold-hearted, bloodthirsty ticket scalpers myself. Those guys ruined events like Max. Also, while I was procuring your tickets, I stumbled across the Funplex's Facewall account. It hasn't been updated in exactly 13 weeks, 2 days, 14 hours, and 54 seconds. The Funplex's social media presence is completely non-existent. Wait, we have a Facewall account? I mean, that does make sense, but still, I had no clue of its existence. I sort of run it. I'm really bad at keeping up on it, though. That sounds like it would be Gavin's thing. Why isn't he in charge of it? Gavin couldn't care less about social media. He says that, and I quote, social media is where idiots go to yell at each other about nothing of any importance, and I'm not going to waste my time with it. That also sounds like Gavin. Yep, and Francine is too old to understand the importance of social media. Naomi is way too busy with all her beloved games, so it fell into my hands. Which, as Iris stated, I haven't been doing a great job at. Well, we should take advantage of it for this. We can use the Facewall account to spread the word of Funplex Quest. You're completely right. I should work harder at it. Or, if you want, you could just take it over as the event manager. That'd make sense. Oh my god, I just noticed that Pinky is on her damn belt. I'll take it. Taking charge. I really should take on this responsibility. It can only benefit the Funplex, and Ashley's right. Getting the word out is part of being an event manager. Right. I got this, Ashley, can you email me the login info? Yep and yep. Ashley pulls out her phone and fiddles with it for a minute. Login get. Congratulations, you are the new owner of our social media accounts. Huzzah, the power is all mine. Mine! Ashley, are you sure you want to give ours this much power? If the fact that she threw her head back and cackled isn't a sign enough, I don't know what else is. Not worried one bit. Excellent. Ari, I can help you with... I can help the Funplex keeping up with Facewall too. I can program timed posts and use effective keywords to get the most out of each post. SEO is one of my many talents. That'd be helpful, actually. Just, you know, don't break any laws.
Sounds good.
Understood. Do I have permission to access your contacts on your Facewall? This sounds like a bad idea. Sure. And there. I've sent out notifications to every one of your friends list and your friends' list about Funplex Quest. That was fast. No joke. One more thing, your site should have about 75% more images. Did you know that 90% of people prefer looking at pictures online rather than reading? Sometimes I just don't understand you sentient beings. Iris does make a good point. We should totally come up with a poster for our event. We can hand them out at Max too. And of course put them up around the arcade. Okay. The arcade isn't too hectic today. Ashley, if you can wash the floor, I can go design a sweet flyer to pass out to the con-goers. It's time to deploy my mad artist skills. Ooh, sounds like a plan. Let's make this the best Max ever. One we'll never forget. Spent the rest of the afternoon working hard on having the perfect design for our poster. Well, a design for a poster at any rate. Which brings me back around to the stack of papers currently in my arms. which do not, in fact, resemble the poster I designed.
Oh, I took the liberty of turning your poster just a little.
Tuning it, sorry. All day, all games, mystery, rare game reveal, Fist of Discomfort tournament.
And changing the font selection and picking out a new clip art and rearranging everything and using a popular color scheme.
But I liked my original design.
Ari, you used Comic Sans and Papyrus.
Comic Sans is cool, right? Looks like a comic book. Gamer nerds love comic books, don't they? And Papyrus was in that movie with the blue cat people, aliens, everybody loved.
Take it from a wannabe visual designer, Comic Sans is one-way ticket to Uncool Zone. But these new flyers are gonna pull people in from the four corners of the globe.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess they're kind of not bad. Pretty good, actually. Okay, they're superior by every conceivable metric. I didn't know you were an artist, Juniper.
Well, I mean, I'm not really. I mean, I guess I'm good at pretending to be one, but I couldn't, like, make art for a living, right? I couldn't, Anyway, if that stack isn't enough, I also just emailed you a copy of the original file. Just take it to a coffee shop or something and we can run off more.
No, it's true. There are much less stigmatized, accessible fonts than Comic Sans. Yes. Yes. Publishing document, get.
So, back to the point at hand. Getting the information to the masses. Maybe we just start yelling, "Hey, you guys!"
Several people turned around and looked at us confusedly. Juniper!
What? What?
Yelling is probably not the best way to get our word out. And I'm actually still waiting for Ashley and Teo to show up. They promised they would help me, so I think I'll just hang out until they arrive.
As you like. It seems my work here is done.
Juniper pulls out her phone and checks it.
You Funplex folks fling some flyers. As for me, there's a really cool panel I want to attend. How to get your foot in the door in the arcade art industry. I mean, not that I'm seriously thinking about it. Just, it's interesting and stuff. Later. Oh, it's starting in 10 minutes. I'll catch up with you at home. Good luck, Ari.
I'm sorry, if I know anything about a good panel at a convention, you're not getting in. You should have been lined up at fucking breakfast time. Okay. Juniper waves as she trots off. I lose... My hand keeps getting caught. I lose sight of her instantly as she ducks into the crowd. Growing up, I always knew that arcades were amazingly popular, but the reality of it all really didn't stick until being here at Max. Thousands of people all coming together for their love of games. It's actually pretty darn inspiring. I muster enough courage to wade my way through several hundred people in the main convention hall. Eventually, I find a safe place, a humble bench near the water fountains. I make this my home base while I wait for my friends. Since both Teo and Ashley are running late, I have some time to fully take in my surroundings in a calmer fashion, of course. Everywhere I look, everything I see, it's all steeped in arcade culture. Booths are set up for all major arcade companies, each table vying for attention to the crowd. Some have spaces set up with stages, flashing lights, and people throwing t-shirts into lines of people. Can we talk about these lines for a second, though? There are lines for everything. Lines to play games, lines to go see a panel, lines to eat disgusting convention food, lines for the bathroom. Oh my god, don't get me started on those. There are even lines to get into other lines. And they all just wait there, standing, happily chittering amongst themselves. I have trouble waiting in line for 10 minutes up the whole story for a coffee, let alone waiting in line for 3 hours just to play a game that'll be released in 4 months. These people aren't even human anymore. Their perseverance is godlike. The sensory output here is overwhelming. People are shouting and laughing as they crowd areas. Music pumps out of several different booths, making it a weird mashup of notes and chiptunes. There's a giant dinosaur that people can take selfies with. As I contemplate how I'm going to attract all these people to Funplex Quest, I hear sounds of very loud, very upbeat music from behind me. Feel the bumping of the bass reverberating. That's what I was gonna say. Reverberating through my shoes, and I turn around. Ari! Teo sets down a colossal boombox at his feet. I recognize the music now. It's from Showtime Stage, and Teo is bumping his signature song. Motion for him to turn down the music, and he complies. The last thing I need is to lose my voice from shouting before I even get the chance to talk to anybody. Hey, hey! Sorry I'm late. I had some last-minute dance moves I had to incorporate into the routine. No worries, I just got here myself. Despite Max's many attempts to trample me, I have survived thus far. Yeah, looks like you are significantly non-trample. Nicely done. Don't congratulate me yet. We still have the rest of the day to endure. What's with the boombox, by the way? Oh, this? It's for the Showtime Stage gathering. There are going to be a couple hundred of us from all over the world. I didn't realize that there's Showtime Stage communities in other countries.
Absolutely.
We're actually the second biggest community. The largest is in Japan. Several players flew all the way from Tokyo just to be part of our Showtime Stage flash mob. What? Yes, I want to join in. I admit, I probably spent too much time watching videos of flash mobs doing random stuff for upvotes, but they look like so much fun. And to take everyone by surprise like that, I want to see the looks on their faces. I want in. Ari might be a little too late for that. I haven't played in this for months and has taken coordination from all the leaders of the Showtime groups. There was a lot of work from the sides to make this come together. Now, all that's left is to actually do it. In fact, Ari, you should come watch it. I was about to respond when a very elegantly dressed gentleman caught my eye. He wore a black, proper tailcoat with ornate sigil pinned to his breast. Accompanying his suit, he had fashioned himself with regal white gloves. With a cloth draped over his arm, he held tightly onto an antique tea kettle. As he approached, the crowd parted in like waves from Moses. There were oohs and ahs from onlookers, and people pulled out their phones to get a quick picture of him. Like the rest of the crowd, I was taken aback by how immaculate this butler was. Absolute perfection. Felt like I had time warped back to the 1800s and was about to have tea with royalty. He stepped up to me and Teo and gave a slight bow. Normally this would be ridiculously out of place, but not at an arcade convention. He's a character from a hot fighting game called Melee Maidens. It's all about ninja maids and battle butlers duking it out for the right to serve a fancy party or something. Oh my, I think I'm in love. My love of butlers was unbeknownst to me until this very moment. In retrospect, that's probably a good thing. Otherwise, maybe I would have ended up owning a butler cafe. Which, now that I think about it, isn't that bad of an idea. But I digress. The point being, this butler has stolen my heart and served it up to me on a silver platter. Hello, butler friend. Will you marry me? Please? Ari, it's me. Huh? How does this mystery butler know my name? Do I have a stalker who's also a butler? What if we work together? Uh-huh. Did Francine hire someone to and not tell me about it? How long have Gavin, Naomi, and Ashley?
Took you long enough, jeez.
The confused look on your face. Priceless. Have you never seen Ashley's cosplay before? Crossplay before? Possibly? Probably not. What's crossplay? When you cosplay as another gender. Oh, okay, Ashley, seriously. You look completely different. I didn't even recognize you. I'm sorry to let you think otherwise for a minute, but it was all in good fun. No worries, it's pretty impressive work. Oh, it's not impressive at all. I mean, I could have done so much better job at sewing the coattails, and I need to be like 5 inches taller, and I didn't get to the gym enough before this. You can't change any of that now, and honestly, it looks fine.
Regardless, the cosplay parade is starting soon, and I need to get over there. You should come with me.
Hey now, Ari was gonna come with me to the Showtime Stage gathering.
Well, whatever Ari wants to do, it's her choice.
That's fair.
Either way, it'd be good opportunity to promote Funplex Quest to one crowd or another. So, would you like to come with me to cosplay parade, or join me in the flash mob? Shit, I don't know, man. I feel bad ditching Teo because, like, I definitely engaged with that first. Oh, I don't know. Shit. Fuck. This is really hard. Okay, I'm going with Ashley, fuck it. Huzzah! This way. Ashley led the way as we weaved between people in the crowd. We traveled through the largest exhibit hall to the cosplayer gathering. Ashley had mentioned it was in the Pac-Man theater, which meant risking our lives through the most densely packed hall in the entire con. And I thought the main hall was bad, but this was 1,000 times worse. At one point, they announced the show floor had just opened up and a huge rush of people came straight for us. It gave me flashbacks to the one time I worked the shoe shop retail over the holidays. The horror. The horror. The gamer stampede came straight toward us, wild eyes and groping hands. I thought for sure I was going to get trampled to death. But at the last second, Ashley pulled me to safely. You've got to be more careful, Ari. Don't lose sight of me. She points to her eyes and then back to mine. Our eyes now locked forever in a mystical eye-locking spell. Eventually, after several more attempts on my life through the various death by copious amounts of people, we made our way to the Pac-Man theater. The theater was huge, capable of packing in several hundred people. Most of these seats were already taken too, and people were milling around the auditorium aisles. My floor attendant senses detected this is a fire hazard, but a huge stage had been set up in front of us where normally there'd be a table, for the speakers, like in a panel discussion forum. I have no idea what I just said. Since the theater is so large, they place projector screens on either side of the stage, so whatever is happening can be seen by those sitting in the back row. It's safe to assume that this is one of the auditoriums saved for the more popular panels, and now the cosplay parade? Actually, what exactly is a cosplay parade? I'm so glad you asked, Ari.
Let's see.
It's where all the peak cosplayers get together, line up, and show off their latest creations for the masses on the theater stage up in front there. Now that I think about it, kind of self-explanatory, right? Sometimes they even give prizes to the best cosplayers, but this one is pretty chill. No prizes? Not even a shiny plastic cup to heft over your head? Maybe one day. Today, we are here to appreciate each other's talents and have fun. Before I can interject again, Ashley runs over to a person dressed as a maid. It looks very uniform to Ashley's butler cosplay. Maybe they're from the same game?
Oh my gosh!
I absolutely adore your Mia from Melee Maidens. It's totally cute and your sword incredible. Thank you. I made it from craft foam and Warbla. It only took like 30 hours to do. That's so professional looking. Dang. And I can't get over how dapper your Angus is. The details you put into his pocket watch are phenomenal. I actually found the watch at a thrift shop, and then just molded the extra embellishments on with clay. This went on for some time. I felt like it would be rude to interrupt Ashley when she's obviously having so much fun being part of her community. As they continued to chat about making costumes, I noted that more and more cosplayers were filling into the theater. For once in my life, I actually felt uncomfortable wearing my usual comfy as heck hoodie. I felt underdressed compared to all the Melee Maiden cosplayers. Seriously, was this a costume ball or a black tie gala? Not even mentioning the congregation of feathers, capes, prop weapons, and wings. And someone in a giant Moopy costume made out of square foam pellets. Pixels. Pixels, not pellets, Ariana. You stupid, stupid, stupid. My glasses. I'm fine.
pixels. Percy. Yep, Percy would be delighted to see that. For all the visual chaos, the vibe remained pretty chill and friendly. Just folks sharing a common joy in dressing up as someone else. Eventually, Ashley parted from her conversation to check on me.
Sorry, Ari. Sometimes you get so swept up in it all.
I get it. Back at the Funplex, you mentioned that you can only see some of your friends here at these cosplay events.
Oh, yeah. Cosplayers travel all over, more than other gaming communities, I bet.
You know everyone here?
Oh, no. I mean, I know a good amount of people here, but everyone? Nah.
Sure seems like you do. I've seen at least 30 people come up to you and compliment your butler. Hey, nice Angus. I love the tailcoat. Cosplayer with a sweet hat.
Thankies.
There. See? See what I mean? You're mega popular. Think we can spin that into some kind of cosplay event at Funplex Quest?
Hey, great idea. We can have real cosplay contest.
And I'm gonna win. What's this? Competitive Ashley? You've been taking notes from Queen Bee, haven't you?
What? Don't tell me you saw us practicing in the bathroom the other day.
I didn't. But now I can't get that image out of my mind.
You ladies gotta stick together. Ladies helping ladies. Am I right?
So right. Our chuckles were interrupted by one of the Max attendants. If you are participating in the cosplay parade, I need you to gather to the backstage green room. I repeat, all cosplayers proceed to the green room. Like a slow herd of brightly colored sheep, Ashley and I moved into the next room to join the rest of the cosplayers. When we got to the front of the line, the attendant stopped me dead in my tracks. Cosplayers only, no handlers, unless you're visibly holding up something. Handlers?
Oh, hey, Ari?
Ashley tilts her head as if to signal me to step aside.
Excuse us, we'll be right back.
You want to be a part of the parade, you have to be back in the next 20 minutes. I step out of line and stand next to Ashley, who's digging through her bag.
I was hoping it wasn't going to come to this, but I feel like this is our only option.
Ashley pulls out a surprisingly fancy and elegant maid outfit, and then hands it to me.
I need you to wear this.
Oh, wait, you just happen to have this? This is all too convenient that Ashley has a maid cosplay just tucked away, roughly my size, prepared for something like this. I'm on to you.
What do you mean?
First of all, why exactly do I need to wear this? Secondly, you planned for this, didn't you? And lastly, you just want to see me in a maid outfit.
1, you need to wear this to get on stage as part of the cosplay parade. A moment in the spotlight would help spread word about Funplex Quest, right? Where better than the biggest auditorium at Max? 2, I did plan for this. Sometimes handlers aren't allowed on stage with their cosplayers, and I need to get you... Ashley pointed to me and then to this theater stage. On there. 3, yes, duh.
Nope.
But I'm not gonna force you to do something you don't want to do. If you don't want to take the spotlight with me, don't worry. I'll still help promote the event. It's totally up to you, okay? And no hard feelings either way.
Well, this would be a terrific opportunity for me to promote my event. Is it a bit of personal embarrassment for the price I pay? Or should I just leave that to her? I guess I don't mind wearing the costume. I can't say I'm totally thrilled, but, well, why not? I'm willing to do it to help get the word out. Count me in. Great! Trust me, this will be tons of fun. We made our way to the nearest bathrooms, and I changed into the maid outfit. I struggled to figure out what all the clasps and Velcros... all the clasps and what Velcros to what. There we go. But Ashley took the time to help me get situated. Once we were done, we headed backstage, which I'd say resembled the Funplex break room, but hey, same purpose, same function. I was actually about ready to say the same thing, so I'm really glad that they said it. Here the cosplayers lie in wait for the big show to start, including one particular butler and a newly minted maid. You look so cute!
I wish I looked half as cute as you do in this. But seriously, you're going to have to do this with me more often. You make perfect Alice.
Alice?
Right, I forget you don't know anything about... I forget you know nothing of melee maidens. Alice is the head maid of the Neko Manor.
Okay.
So Angus, that's me, and Alice, that's you, are siblings fighting alongside each other to prevent other maids and butlers from taking over their estate. They fight for Lady Nice?
Oh my!
Oh, and I almost forgot. She pulls out a costume. She pulls out more costume stuff from her pack. This time, it's a set of cat ears and a tail. Alice is a cat girl. I was like, it's called Neko Palace. Are we serious? What? But you don't have cat ears. I thought we were siblings. Shh, spoilers. You don't find out that they're siblings until after you beat Angus's story arc. When the game starts, Angus has amnesia, and after you win, Alice appears and tells you everything. Angus's power is unleashed and he becomes his old catboy self. It also unlocks an extra skin you can play with, but now we've gotten very far off track. Satisfied? Any more questions? I think that covers it. Ashley fastens the cat tail on the back of the maid dress and places the headband on my head. With the costume finalized, I take a long, hard look in the mirror. Yep. And, okay, it's not half bad. It's definitely not me, but I can live with this. Oh, good. Katie and Steph are here. Who? They're a couple of my good cosplay friends. They are way more talented than me, even. And they just so happen to be the MCs for the cosplay parade. Ashley waves over to them and they smile, waving back. I talked with them earlier. After the parade, they'll let us come up on the stage and talk about Funplex Quest. Oh, really? Really? Thank you so much, Ashley. That'll help a ton. Yeah, it helps to know people sometimes. We found a few other cosplayers who dressed up as other Melee Maiden characters, and we formed up into a group. I forget how much doing these ones where I have to actually read lines all the time affects my throat. Even though we were together, Ashley and I kept it to ourselves, save for pleasantries. As we chatted away, the Max attendant came back to give us final warning before we went on stage. Everyone listen up. You got 10 minutes before the parade. Make sure you're all ready to go. I think I'm experiencing performance anxiety. My heart rate's increased and I feel flushed. The pressure to look perfect is too much. Ashley, do I look okay? Are my ears on straight? What about the tail? You look fine, trust me.
Amazing!
You are the best cat girl maid I've ever seen. Bet you say that to all your cosplay friends. I don't. Honest. Well, I think that your, what did you call it, crossplay is fantastic. Why did you choose to crossplay with Angus anyway? I would have expected you to be one of the other fancy maids.
I crossplay because that's what makes me feel most comfortable.
Aww.
At first, I dressed as various boys because I adored those characters so much, you know? But the more I did it, the more I had fun with it. The more I began to feel like me. And then I wanted to do it more and more. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what that means in relation to who I am, and that's the confusing part.
Okay.
But I guess that's all part of the journey about finding out more about myself. I know it's hard to understand, but just know that I'm working on being happy with myself. And one day, I'll be able to put words into what I'm feeling. But until then, I'll enjoy the ride.
I see. I hope I didn't pressure you into oversharing just now.
I wouldn't have shared it if I didn't feel comfortable with you. I mean this with all my heart. You are a cherished friend.
Well, gosh. Thanks, Ashley. I really appreciate the trust you put in me. I won't let you down. Cosplayers, the time is nigh. Once again, the attendant started barking orders at us. I just love it. Sorry. We all shuffled into another line, like how we were told to do earlier, and slowly we began filing out of the room. The closer we got to the stage doors, the more I feel the nerves creep in. We are next. Melee Maidens group, go! Now! Ashley just looks over at me, just beaming. This is her life, her everything. Take a deep breath, Ari.
I close my eyes, taking in as much air as I can, holding it for a long moment before exhaling. I open my eyes slowly and take a step into the Pac-Man theater and onto the stage. I'm following Ashley, who is following the rest of the maid and butler crew. Once all of us are on stage, the MCs announce us as the Melee Maidens group. As I look out in front of us, I can see a completely packed theater. It's hard to make out specific faces due to the stage lights, but I can see the outline of hundreds of people. Yeah, that's why stage lights are like that, I presume. You can't see shit. It's great. A rush of adrenaline surges through my body, and I look over to Ashley. Proper butler, she takes each step with purpose and elegance. She isn't breaking character for anything. Not all the cheers in the audience, not all the people smiling and laughing around her. That's impressive because I cannot see shit once the stage lights are on. Yeah. Anyway, she is Angus, and she's owning it. The announcers ask us to strike a pose on 3, 2, 1. Fighting pose. Bring up my fists and ready for some fisticuffs. Not that I've ever taken part in martial arts class, but I've seen enough martial arts games to know some basic style. We finish holding our poses long enough for everyone in the audience to get a good amount of pictures of us. Once a sufficient amount of snaps have been snapped, an MC instructs us to stay on the stage, passing Ashley a microphone for the big Funplex Quest announcement.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone! It means so much to us that you could join my sister Alice and I here at Neco Manor. As you know, we adore organizing exorbitant galas at Lady Nice's estate. However, Alice and I are planning a very extravagant event at a very extravagant location. Go on, Alice. Tell them everything. Ashley hands the mic to me. Watching her never break character has inspired me to play along too. That's right, Angus. Next weekend, we will be hosting a costume contest at Francine's Arcade Funplex at the Twin Pines Mall. It's Twin Pines Mall. It's all part of the Funplex Quest, along with a Fist of Discomfort tournament, a world record attempt on Moopy's Magical Maze, and the reveal of a mystery game, I think it said. Oh my, first time the public will have seen it? You know it, brother. This isn't the event to miss. It will be the most noteworthy event of the season. And remember, this is a private affair, so please only tell your closest friends. Ashley winks to the audience before bowing. Another rush of cheers fills the theater as we walk off the stage for a second time. The MCs give their closing words and dismiss the audience as people begin exiting the auditorium. I feel my phone vibrated in my hidden dress pocket. At first, it was just a couple vibrations, but before I could realize what was happening, my phone started seizing. What the? I pulled my phone from the pocket and saw that the Funplex's face wall had over 1,000 shiny new likes. No, really, what? The hell?
Hey, listen.
Shut the fuck up, Iris. The cosplay parade is a huge part of every Max and generates thousands of photos and articles online. Also, it was being live streamed. Ashley, you failed to mention that part.
Well, you seem nervous and I didn't want to make it worse.
Good work.
And that act you pulled just now has generated a 700% increase on traffic on our site. I also gobbled up some paid keywords, so if anyone posts about cosplay at Max, they'll see an ad for Funplex Quest. Pretty genius, right? I scanned my own face wall, and even people I knew who weren't arcaders were talking about a storm about it. I also could hear cosplayers discussing as we waited for the auditorium to clear out. Can't wait till next week. That Funplex Quest thing sounds like a blast. I am totally going to that Funplex place. Do I want to wear my next cosplay there? Ari, we did it! I had lots of help from you too, Ashley. Don't count yourself out. You make a pretty great team. It was great to hear all the buzz around the cosplay community, and Iris really did help with the social media aspect. I can't believe it was that easy. I mean, tiring, but easy. That was great fun and all, but I'm completely exhausted. Me too. I need a break from all this. Some time to collect my thoughts. I need and rest my eyes from all those flashing lights. I'm still seeing spots.
You hear that Gavin and Naomi are running a pop-up arcade for the Funplex? A bunch of other local arcades are doing the same over in Hall B. It might be worth stopping by there for a breather with some friends. And make sure they aren't slacking.
That sounds like a solid plan. You want to come with me?
Not quite yet. I need to do some touch-ups on my makeup. How about I meet you there later?
Great. See you soon. I wave bye to Ashley as I make my way towards the restrooms to get changed back into my usual clothes for the time being. And then it's off to Exhibit Hall B, on the lookout for Gavin's serious face or Naomi's kind one. Let's see, Exhibit Hall B. It was very much resembles Exhibit Hall A, where I started my day. Industry types, dealers, swag, crowds. But there's definitely more actual arcade games here, as local places have set up pop-up arcades all over the place. It's hard to notice the smaller displays with the giant garish Deco's Palace display eating up the center, but I managed to crawl my way around the edges to find. Well, now pretty much everyone else in the crew, save for Francine. Teo and Ashley are still off having their respective communities. I've got some time. Maybe I can bend someone's ear meanwhile. Let's see, what's everybody doing right now? Gavin's reading news, bored out of his mind. Naomi's fixing up a busted Galaga, could use a break. Percy's idly playing a round of Nibbler. And Queen Bee is between matches in her tournament. Shit! I have to make a choice again. I was really hoping they'd be in groups, and so I could be like, okay, I'll join this group. But it's one-on-ones. I haven't really gotten to know either of these guys, and I've spent time with both of these gals. And Queen Bee looks so nervous. Like, you can't see because I'm in front of it. Look, she's got a little bead of sweat there. Look at that. Oh no. I gotta hang with Bee. I think she's my main for this time around. Queen Bee looks stressed out, just loitering around, not playing games. Hey, oh, hey kid, how's Max treating ya? Decently, and you look kind of frazzled. Who, me?
Well,
I'm totally okay. Well, yeah, okay, no, I'm in the loser's bracket. Meaning? The big FOD tournament they're hosting here at Max. I advanced from pools, but I'm in the loser's bracket. If I lose one more match, I'm out. Finished. Dead. Loser. I get it. Right now, I'm just sitting around, waiting to be called up for the next match. Trying not to worry and failing miserably. It sucks. It seriously sucks. Allow me to provide a service to our valued customer and distract you then. Wanna talk? Yeah, sure. Why the fuck not? We amble on around behind the Funplex display to a neat little corner wedged between two other industry booths. A good spot for a quietish chat.
look, don't worry about me, okay? This sort of stress is healthy. A good competitor feeds off stress as nourishment, grows strong, powerful.
Oh, good.
I've been in the loser's bracket before and gotten all the way to the finals. Tournaments are my thing. And I know win or lose, my fans are going to have my back, even if the scene as a whole doesn't. Even if L7 doesn't.
Jesus. Girl, you are part of a fucking toxic team. You mean your stream subscribers? I like to call them my fans. My fam, you know. Lots of streamers call them subs, but that overemphasizes the capitalism bit of us being a celeb. Even before I signed with L7 Gaming, I had a decent little base of fans following me around. Even before I settled on Fist of Discomfort as my main focus game. Oh man, you should have seen little Queen Bee in her early days, flailing around the fighting games and poking at MOBAs with a webcam in her bedroom. Oh, that would be adorable to see. Probably shouting, "Mom, I want chocolate milk," right? I can picture it now. A wee little teeny bopper proto QB wearing a My Little Pony t-shirt and playing Pokemans on stream. You're not half wrong. Well, you are half wrong. They were Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles shirts, not ponies. But fuck, you're right about pocket monsters. I got super sick of figuring out EV ratings and breeding to get shinies and stuff. As time went on, I solidified what I wanted out of my esports career. I developed a good fan base, and they've been solid with me the whole way, rain or shine. So even if I'm having a rough run of it at the Max tournament, I know they'll still be there when I get home tonight. And they'll definitely be there when I'm annihilating the local scrubs at your Funplex Quest Fist of Discomfort tourney. Iris is lining up the scrubs for you to knock over as we speak.
Invitations are in the mail.
I know most of the locals, friends with half of them, rivals with half of them, enemies with half of them. That doesn't add up, but hey, it's more like a Venn diagram. Most importantly, I'll be seeing them face to face, none of the anonymous internet douche nuts and I was playing against as a kid. Especially being a young woman playing online, you wouldn't believe the amount of harassment I faced. It was gross. That's why I love arcades. Most people don't fuck with you when you are fighting face to face. It takes the anonymity away. Every once in a while, you'll still get a dickhead giving you shit, but there is a certain amount of respect you get from seeing their faces. We're all in it together. We are family. Packed in like sardines, elbow to elbow, fighting for dominance, but on equal ground. No anonymous jerk-offs, just competitors putting it on the line. Yeah, kid, I love tourneys. Win or lose. Loser's bracket or winner's finals. I am here, and I am here to stay. I see. And your fans are cheering you on from afar. Don't forget your friends will be there too. I'm going with that. Beyond your fans, you've got your friends in your corner. The whole crew at the Funplex and VIPs here are here today, and will be at the Funplex Quest too. Don't forget, we've got your back. Don't I know it? You know why I keep coming back to the Funplex, kid? Because we only charge a single token per FOD round? Well, yeah, but also, I got everybody I want to be with right here. My crew, Teo, Pear, the whole Funplex gang. You treat me right. Okay, I'm feeling better. Feeling better now. Solid. Ready to go into round 2. Loser's bracket or no, look the fuck out because Queen Bee is coming for blood. When does round 2 start anyway? Real soon now. I think I'll go loiter the FOD machines in the Hall C. You keep it real, okay, Ari? Promote the event, get folks in to witness me in all my glory, and let's make it happen. Two of us go our separate ways, her to rejoin the tournament and me to catch up with Teo and Ashley again back at the mini Funplex. My current status? Sitting. And enjoying it. Took a few minutes of searching and stalking, but eventually I found an open seat in the pop-up arcade. While the sit is satisfying, the rest of everything else is miserable. My feet are sore from walking all over, and I don't remember the last time I ate. I feel dehydrated, and I have a slight headache from all the noise. And there are still 4 more hours left of Max. Oh, if Gavin saw me in my current state, leaning back, my arms at my side, completely exhausted, I can picture it clearly. He'd be looming over me with his dark, unfettered eyes. He would lean close and frown. Grumbling, he'd say, "Ari, may I remind you these seats are for patrons only?" I audibly sighed just thinking about it. As luck would have it, though, Gavin and Naomi are huddled over the Galaga cabinet, trying to figure out why the monitor's not working. Freedom. My buns are experiencing the best freedom it has to offer. And while my body feels like it could collapse at any moment, I feel good about it. Right? Getting the word out about Funplex Quest was great. Seeing people's face light up with excitement is why I'm really here. Plus, spending time with Ashley was an added bonus. She certainly got passion to spare. I smiled to myself. The pain in my heels and the grumbling in my tummy, worth it. While enjoying the respite, I let my eyes close for a moment. And of course, the second I do that, I hear footfalls closing in.
There you are, Ari.
We've been looking all over for you. But we were specifically going to meet back up here at Funplex Pop-Up Arcade. Yes, but we didn't expect you to be tucked in the darkest corner of the arcade. I'm hiding from Gavin. He'll put me to work if he sees me.
Hiding behind the pinball machines is probably not the smartest choice then. You know how much he loves pinball.
Every spare moment he thinks no one is watching him is he's spent getting the high score.
I have so many candid pictures on my phone of him playing pinball.
You have to show me, like, right now.
Yes, his concentration face is so cute.
Before I can even react, Ashley has her phone out and is scrolling through pictures of Gavin.
Him?
Both look up at me guiltily. Don't we have more important matters? Max is over in a few hours, and we have a lot of work left to do.
You're right, Ari. Please don't tell Gavin.
Your secret is safe with me. Right, so business time. I think I got something. Go on. I have a friend, and she's an indie arcade developer. The new title she's been working on is amazing. It's got a co-op, it's got competition, it's got magical schoolgirls.
Now you're talking.
It's got it all.
Wait, I'm pretty sure I've heard of this game. Is it called Magical Moon Cuties?
Yeah, that's the one. She's thinking about premiering it at Funplex Quest.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh, that'd be cooler than cool. Sounds interesting enough. Make for another fun game for people to play.
Definitely. My friend is somewhat renowned in the indie scene, and the game's been in development for years. I'm sure it would create some buzz, at least.
Are you kidding, Teo? We'd be the talk of the arcade world.
I do like being the talk of world-sized things. Let's go check it out. I stand up, invigorated by the news. As I start walking back toward the hall with Teo, I hear a call from behind me.
Wait!
I turn around and see Ashley standing there, fidgeting. Her green eyes are darting back and forth nervously. Ashley?
I, too, have a plan.
She motions for us to come back toward her, which we do.
Huh?
What's your idea, Ashley? She puts an arm around Teo, the other one around me, huddling the three of us together.
So what I'm proposing might not be the most legal course of action.
Do I even want to know?
You've seen the huge monitors hanging from the ceiling in the middle of all major halls, right?
How could I miss them? They're constantly bombarding us with ads and false hopes of quality convention food. No matter how amazingly tempting that $9 hot dog looks on the big screen, don't even think about it.
Exactly my point. Everyone is looking at it. I know a way to sneak into the back area. All we have to do is break into the main communication center and upload the flyer already made in the rotation.
Whoa!
You want to do what?
Shh, keep your voice down, Teo. Unless you want to get arrested for being an accomplice. The genius plan. Everyone at the Max will see our name in lights.
Okay, so yeah, that's less than legal way of getting the word out, but I have to admit, you got me intrigued, and it did definitely work. But I don't know.
Trust me.
What about?
Of course, we need a disguise. I'm already nicely disguised, but Ari would need to switch into something way more distracting.
Why more distracting, exactly?
To distract from your face, of course. What I'm trying to say is people will remember the costume, not the person wearing it.
Which means
made Ari rides again.
I knew it.
Come on, you did so great on stage. And think of this as your encore. How about it?
Let's not forget about Magical Moon Cuties. It's a valid alternative. Both options are valid, honestly. Splashy advertising would certainly drive foot traffic, even if getting it up there would be dodgy. More importantly, Iris could help us do it safely without anyone noticing. Safer than Ashley going off on her own to try an inadvisable stunt. But a highly anticipated indie title might do the trick and results in far less jail time. Teo, next time I do this, I'm gonna go with you. I promise I will do everything with you next time. However, I think I'm just committing to Ashley for the con, okay? Ashley, fetch my maid costume. It's heist time. Wearing a disguise doesn't involve talking to strangers and sounds more fun than battling my way through more sweaty, pulsating crowds. I wore that cosplay before. I can do it again. Beats being recognized in my regular clothes at any rate. Besides, I don't know if going with Teo is something I could emotionally or mentally do at this point. My social meter is at its limit after this morning. Ashley, I'll go with you on your heist. Oh! Fetch my maid outfit, good sir. Ashley hands over the now familiar maid outfit, ready to go. As for Teo, since he is already friends with his indie arcade developer, Teo's got an in on recruiting her for Funplex quests. He doesn't really need me. Teo, I have complete confidence in you. Lay it real thick. You know, play coy, say all the right words, wink a whole bunch. Demonstrate a big wink using my entire face to show him how it's done. Oh my. Is that how you entice people you're interested in? Let's leave the flirting to me, shall we, Ari? You're just jealous you don't have these mad skills. I mean, skills with a Z, like the cool kids say. Sure. Don't get in too much trouble without me. I don't want to see you turn into an episode of Cops tonight.
I promise nothing, Teo. Good luck.
I don't need luck. And don't forget to snatch a photo of Ari in the maid costume for me.
You know it. I am standing right here. I can hear your every word.
Peace. And the 3 went down to 2. I looked over at Ashley, her expression brimming with excitement. Maybe even too much excitement. Had I made the right choice? Quickly scanned my memories from the various cop and lawyer dramas I'd seen. What was the punishment for breaking and entering, trespassing, and tampering with equipment? Couldn't be more than, 10 years? Or possibly death. But it was too late to back down now. I had dug my own grave, perhaps literally, with Ashley. Well, I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
That's the spirit.
So what exactly is our plan?
I'm so happy you asked. You see that door next to the restrooms across the expo hall?
The one that has a sign that specifically states authorized personnel only?
That's the one.
Ari is worried now.
Trust me.
My trust wavered as she began rifling through her bag and removed the roll-up poster board. As Ashley unravels it, I notice it oddly looked like blueprints. No, it was blueprints of the entire convention center.
Why? Listen, all we have to do is go through those doors, snake our way along the corridors, and we're there.
Her finger traced the exact route as she talked me through it.
The communication center should be at the end of that passageway. Easy, right?
Yep, easier than breaking the right stick on the killer instinct cabinet at Funplex.
Oh man, Naomi's always fixing that machine. It never works properly.
First, we'll get you changed. We can use the bathrooms for that. I'll play lookout while you get your maid on.
Okay. So let me get this straight before I go in and change. If someone spots us while we are in our disguises, we just strip down and ditch the costumes?
One does not simply ditch the cosplay. We would change out of the costumes, hastily of course, and stash them in a secret safe place until we could retrieve them again.
Note to self, do not talk about disregarding Ashley's cosplay. Ever. Roger that. Leave disguises in hiding spot and make sure nothing bad happens to them.
Great! Now get in the bathroom and suit up for battle. Time's a-wastin'.
Here we are once again. It was a lot easier getting into the maid dress a second time, and I could actually do it by myself while Ashley waited outside my stall. I look at my reflection staring back at me. I'm not thrilled about donning this outfit again, but I do look pretty good in it. I just keep repeating it's for the greater good over and over in my head. Perfection. Now we commence with part 2. Ashley looks both ways before we exit the restroom. People don't even seem fazed by us, either. I guess seeing a maid and butler at a convention is normal. In other words, it actually is the perfect disguise. We fit in by sticking out. Go figure. We shuffle back to the expo hall of Max and stand in front of the looming doors with the authorized personnel only sign. Big red letters bore deep into my soul, reminding me of its unlawfulness in breaking the rules. Rule schmool, let me through. Some red letters aren't going to hold me back. I've been breaking rules my entire life.
Happy though?
Would you consider eating pizza bagels every day breaking the rules of humanity?
Oh gosh, yes. You are most fearsome lawbreaker. All right, Abdullah the Butcher, let's go.
Ashley grabs my hand and pushes onward through the door, like she owns the place. I close my eyes tightly as I realize she's dragging me onto the other side.
Confidence is key, Ari.
She closes the door as the door closes behind me, I carefully open my eyes. We're alone. No big bad monster looms back here. No flashing lights or laser beam mazes we have to crawl through. It's just some industrial-style back hallway, simple brick walls, venting pipes overhead, and endless concrete floors. I'm honestly a little disappointed on how mundane it all is. Is this really it?
These are just the access halls and rooms for employees to use, so they don't have to travel across the con floor. Nothing fancy. What exactly were you expecting?
A horde of security guards, all with riot gear, maybe some intricate obstacle course. And an eye scanner to confirm identification.
Now who has the overactive imagination? Sorry to burst your bubble, it's nothing like that back here. Just you and me and Iris. Beep beep. Beep beep. Hello Ashley, hello Ari. Are you ready for Operation Hot Dog Takedown?
Yes sir, Ashley sir. Whoa, whoa. What is this Operation Warm Weenies thing? And Iris, why are you and Ashley in cahoots without me?
My sources say yes.
Ashley sent me the information earlier. A copy of the flyer and her plans are for removing all the other ads on the Jumbotrons. I'm still unclear on hot dogs and why humans crave them. However, I mean, why would anyone want compressed pig parts when pizza's on it? Not now, Iris. Between my computer skills and Iris, we've got everything we need to hack into the mainframe. She's gonna be a great help.
Wait, Max has a mainframe? And is this mainframe that giant room-sized wall of hardware with spinning tape drives and stuff?
Nah, nothing like that. You'll see soon enough. According to the Max floor layout, the convention center blueprints should be this way.
Ashley and I tiptoe our way closer to the communications room, taking our time to listen to footsteps and other noises. And nothing eventful happens. That is until we round the first bend. Oh, we both spot a Max enforcer leaning up against a wall. Luckily, his attention is diverted into furiously typing on his cell phone. We quickly duck back around the corner and collect our thoughts in hushed voices. What do we do now? We can't just walk down that hallway.
True, our path is blocked momentarily, but we can find a way past this. There might be another route to take. Let's consult the blueprints.
As we start to look, we hear footsteps.
Shit.
I don't think we have time for that, Ashley. Steps get louder and louder as he approaches us. It's coming straight down the hall toward us. There has to be something we can do. Quickly scan our surroundings and see a broken off small shard of the concrete floor and shallow indent in a wall across from us. We have to act now. Throw the shard as a distraction, run for the recess in the wall. I'm just gonna go for that. Ashley and I both glance over at the almost closet-like nook across from us, then back at each other, then once more back at the wall. Like we had a Vulcan mind meld earlier, we both dart over towards it. There's barely just enough room for us to squeeze into the recess together. Squished up against one another, we both avoid direct eye contact to make the whole thing less awkward. The moment passes, however, when the Max Enforcer walks right by us without noticing us. We both breathe a sigh of relief. Before this, we slink around the corner, avoiding the sentry's gaze. We weren't out of the woods yet. Hoping to avoid any more sentinels, we scurried the rest of the way until we reached the door to the communications room. We could tell we were at the correct place because of the sign over it that read, Communications Room, unless it was a clever ruse.
We did it! That was some quick thinking back there, Ari.
Now all we have to do is... I'll reach down, grabbing a hold of the door, and turn it.
Locked?
Locked. Well, drat. Now where are we gonna find the key? Who even has the key? Do we need to pickpocket a staffer? I don't know how to pickpocket anyone.
I got this one, Ari.
Of course. Stunned, I watch as Ashley removes a bobby pin from her wig and begins to pick the lock on the door. What? I thought that was all movie magic. You can't really pick a lock with a simple hair accessory, right?
Watch me.
I do just that. She straightens out the bobby pin and then bends and twists until she breaks it in two. Taking the newly crafted metal sticks, she inserts them both into the lock and begins fiddling with it. In a mere matter of minutes, I hear a click.
And that's how you pick a lock.
Next time I lock myself out of my apartment, I'm calling you instead of the locksmith.
Of course. I'll drop what I'm doing and come right over.
I can't have my very good friend cold and alone outside of her own apartment. Ashley smiles brightly as she easily opens the door into the communications room. It's dark, save for the glow of several computer monitors. The layout is similar to the room where we awaited our moment on the stage, so I have no trouble finding what we're looking for. The mainframe is really just some computers and security monitors showing the different parts of Max. Each camera focusing on various angles of the main hall. I can read.
Now, what do we have here?
Ashley turns around one of the swivel chairs and sits down in it, in front of the computer desk.
Operation Hot Dog Takedown is underway.
As if she's been working for this job for several years, she begins clacking away at the keyboard.
All right, let's see what happens when we open this.
Ah, yes, perfect. It appears to be a fairly simple data store. Nice for them to name it Jumbotron. That really cuts down the sleuthing. Excellent. I can see the ads of the information they rotate through. This shouldn't be a problem. Okay, now I need Iris.
Iris, online.
Here I am. We'll plug in Iris to the main computer. Hand me your phone.
This won't hurt Iris, right? Or nuke my phone. I'm on the second phone by this point.
Relax. I'm a super duper hacker cutie, and I know what I'm doing.
I hand over my phone and Iris along with it. Ashley plugs Iris into the magic, and the magic begins.
Hack into Gibson now. Lowering firewalls. Phasing packet with switch interlock.
Please enjoy this recorded music.
This may take some time. Please enjoy this recorded music. So, do we just stand around, or?
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for your patience. The intertubes are now unclogged. We're in. Great. We just switch out all the hot dog ads for the flyer of Funplex Quest, and then we can be on our merry way. Understood.
It doesn't sound so bad. This is actually, dare I say it, somewhat fun.
Huh, that's odd.
Fun just stopped. I don't like odd. What's odd? What?
It appears as though an unidentified hacker has been here before us. I could follow their trail if you would like. I'm sure it's just one of the employees who, lost their password or had to poke their way in. I'm not worried. Plus, we gotta get moving.
Sure thing. The hot dog ads are removed from the Jumbotron rotation and replaced with ads for Funplex Quest.
What about...
Iris, while you're in there, can you take out all the ads for Deco's Palace too? Just for good measure.
Sure thing. Ashley revolves on the chair and turns back to face me.
See? That was...
Ashley's interrupted by a sudden burst of awful noise. Quickly, she turns around in the swivel chair to see big red letters flash across the screen.
Intruder detected?
What does that mean, Ashley? Why would there be an intruder?
I'm pretty sure we are the intruder.
It's bad, right? That's not good. This is worse than good.
It means the convention center's security system knows we're here, and it knows we're altering their program. It's trying to thwart us. So yeah, not good is an accurate portrayal of our situation. Ugh. If only I was better at this, we wouldn't be in such a mess.
As Iris and Ashley explain that Iris and Ashley explain what was happening, I saw a timer pop up underneath the screen that kept flashing "Intruder detected," counting down from 5 minutes. Ashley, Iris, I point to the new problem.
What the fuck?
Once the flyer was uploaded, it triggered a security warning. I think the hacker who came through here before sorta half-tripped it, so I didn't notice it in time. Oops.
Oh, poops.
Why does this program even trigger a security warning? It's literally for ads. All we're doing is uploading a new ad. Relax, everything is fine. We just need to input administrator password for the shut-off timer.
I don't actually know the administrator password. I sorta slipped in around to upload the ad, but We can't turn this off without actual credentials.
So, now it's a race against time.
Okay.
What would the person who runs this place use as a password?
A completely random sequence of lowercase and uppercase letters, numbers, and punctuation that we'd never actually guess even if given a million years. I've been running a series of randomized characters in a brute force attempt ever since we started talking, but nothing yet.
It's all psychology. We just have to get inside their head. Let's see. Maybe I could go check their social media account, learn their pet's first
Who would
name,
it be?
combine that with their kid's birthday.
And that's when I pluck a little yellow square from the edge of the monitor that reads P455W, maybe it's 0, RD. Here it is.
Yeah, well, okay, that works too.
A few keystrokes later and the alarm stops cold.
Yes!
Oh, looky! It's all fuzzy and stuff. But I can see our flyer up on the monitors. We did it!
Yeah, we did it. Wait, we did it. Our Funplex is all over those screens. They'll know who's responsible and we'll get the death penalty. How did I not see this obvious hole in the logic before?
Relax. 2 words. Plausible deniability. It's the same flyer that's on Funplex's website already. Anybody could have uploaded it. Without evidence, they can't prove nothing.
In fact, they'll find proof someone was hacking in the system earlier today, which means that whoever that was, they'll get the blame. Okay, no death penalties. I can relax. Somewhat. Besides, we did it. Well, Iris and Ashley did it mostly. Admittedly, Iris was the brawn and Ashley the brain, or maybe it's the other way around. Either way, I'm completely stupefied, which, since when is Ashley a tech whiz?
Okay, I think we'd better get out of here, just in case. All those in favor of evacuation?
Aye. Yes, statistically, it's most likely to be password with or without lead. ABC123 or admin. Yes. Sorry, it just reminds me that we're listening to this How Did This Get Made for the movie Hackers. No. Yes, Hackers. Hack the planet. And there's this one part where they're like, the most common password is secret. No, it's not. It has never ever been the word secret. What, are you insane? And as I said at the time, I was like, no, it's more likely password. Fucking idiots. Fucking 90s trying to understand computer shit. They couldn't do shit. We abandoned ship quickly back, retreating, I don't know. We quickly abandoned ship, retreating back through the maze of tunnels to one of the main halls of Max, vanishing into the crowd. I just love seeing the penguin all over the place. Wow, check out these screens! Our ads on all of them. Look at that. Looking up, I can see our handiwork with my own 2 eyes. No more hot dogs, no more Deco's Palace, just Funplex propaganda. As I take in our moment of glory, I begin listening to the people surrounding us. Oh, hey, that's a new thing on the Jumbotron. Funplex Quest? It sounds interesting. That's a lot of tournaments, too. We should check it out. Sad part, they probably made the most common password secret because password was the actual password for some studio's own system. They didn't want to leak it. You know what? I had never considered that. I could see that being true. I don't know. If you've ever seen Hackers, it's so up its own ass. It's trying so hard to be techno edgelord, and it's nothing. It's no good. How is it I've lived within spitting distance of a real arcade and I never noticed? I'm so there. Did you hear that, Ashley?
Sounds like we killed it.
Yes, we did. You and Iris make a great team. I am flabbergasted at how well Iris and Ashley work together. They were like 2 sides of the brain coming together as one being, rather. It's like you've worked with an Iris before. You both knew exactly what to do.
I try to familiarize myself with all the new tech, especially for costuming. You never know what you can implement into your next cosplay. I went through a phase in high school where I was really obsessed with cutting-edge electronics and technology. My group of friends and I got together during lunches, and we'd just sit around in the homeroom and talk tech. In fact, that's what we called it, Tech Talk. We were all silly children at that point, watching too many hacker movies. One thing led to another, and we started wanting to know more. I was the only one who took it seriously, though. I even dressed up in cyberpunk fashion. I was completely obsessed. It became my passion for a good while. Eventually, however, everyone now grew out of it. Except me. And then, they all started mocking me for it, making fun of my punk outfits or the fact that I spent all my time researching things like Arduinos and Raspberry Pi kits. That one I know. It was awful. Some of my good friends whom I trusted completely turned on me. I don't like you being all teary. No. I began questioning myself and who I was, or who I really wanted to be. Did I want to be a badass cyberpunk technophile? Or did I want to follow my friends onto their next big infatuation? I regret it to this day, but I gave up my dreams and followed my friends instead. At that time, they were what I had to believe in. Only now am I getting back into tech, due to the always changing culture of cosplay. People use LEDs and robotics to make their weapons more badass, or to have animated wings. I always figured cosplay was, sewing arts and crafts. It is, but it's a cross-discipline. Hurry, you haven't seen some of the more intensely complicated costumes I've made. Which reminds me of a certain someone going on about how arcade games involve electrical engineering, programming, graphic design, and even carpentry. Why don't you talk shop more with Naomi then? Huh? She's a techie, you're a techie. It seems like there should be plenty of overlap. But I've never seen you two talking electronics. I figured there wasn't really any overlap. The kind of tech that enhances cosplay was invented after 1990X. Not her thing. I think Naomi wants more friends. Ones she can relate to. Friends with her. Yeah, but she feels like she can't talk about the things she really loves with anyone. I spent a lot of time with her at Donnawood, so we're closer now. And trust me, I think she'd probably enjoy talking tech with you. I would like more friends to bounce some tech ideas off of. Who knows? Maybe we can teach each other something new.
Amazing!
I'm proud of myself. Look at that old knowledge, and I took all that old knowledge and made it come through for us today. Think of what we accomplished. You should be proud. You've worked hard. As for me, I barely helped, but my palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. Well, you can relax now. It's all over. You done good. But now that we removed all those hot dog ads, I sort of want one. Really?
Yes!
Yeah, I'm starving. Yeah, really, I'm starving. And honestly, just about anything sounds delicious. My tummy might regret it later tonight, but right now, I could eat a whole bucket of ridiculously overpriced corn dogs. My mouth started to water just thinking about ingesting food. I couldn't agree more. And if we suffer the effects of eating convention food, at least we suffer together. See, that's the spirit. I think there's actually a food court just over yonder. Ash and I only had to walk about 500 feet to find the nearest vendor, actually selling the infamous Franks. We are both so hungry that we've each ordered 3. After dressing them with all the fixins, we bring our pack of dogs to the nearest table and settle in for a feast. Right as I'm about to take my first bite, I can't help but notice that Ashley hasn't stopped giggling since we sat down. Ashley, you okay over there? Yes. No. Maybe. I just can't say it, can I? What is it? It's too good. But no, I can't. What? Just say it. It's a real sausage fest in here. Ashley throws her head back and cackles wildly. I merely roll my eyes and groan. That bad, huh? Extremely. I get along pretty well with Ashley, all told. And I chose to hang out with her all day, didn't I? Maybe it's time to, make a move. Preferably before the greasy hot dogs start rapidly migrating through me. This is sudden.
Fuck. I'm just gonna go with this for now. Actually, you're a great friend. I'm happy we've had a chance to spend all this time together, this wacky little adventures.
You too, Ari. You're one of my closest friends. A best friend, even.
Same.
We should totally go on more fun adventures, though. Like, to a murder mystery dinner party. Ooh, or an escape room.
I'd like that. We spend the rest of the meal both laughing together at each other's jokes and enjoying one another's company. As we both get up from the table, Ashley puts her hand on my shoulder.
Thanks for spending the entire day with me. It means a lot to me.
Of course, I had a blast, even if it got a bit intense. I couldn't have spread the word about Funplex Quest without you.
It was nothing, really. See you soon.
Ashley turns and simply skips away, leaving me to watch her disappear into another crowd. Not Ariana over here being a disaster by. It's so hard in this game, man. All in all, a successful day.
Beep, beep. Beep, beep, Ari. You have a new text message.
It was tough sell without you there, but fortunately, Michelle and I go way back. Magical Moon Cuties will debut at Funplex Quest. Huh, glad he was able to pull it off without me. You should see the size of Teo's social web. I've tried mapping it and wow, it just keeps going and going. Yours, in contrast, is, petite, adorably so. Right, time to head home. I promised I would meet Juniper just outside the main exit of the hall, and that's exactly where I was headed. The rush of fresh air hit me as I pushed the double glass doors open. It was nice, refreshing, and had a much better smell than the one I'd been around all day. I didn't have to wait long until I saw Juniper. She bounced happily to me.
So, how was your first max, Ari?
It was fantastic. The amount of support I got from my friends today was amazing. I know I can always count on them, and I feel like we bonded closer as friends. I can't wait to go back next year.
And to be expected with convention. Although, in your case, you really outdid yourself and got smacked with 300% of what anyone else would have, yeah?
How do you figure?
Well, most people drop by Max, play some games, maybe attend a panel or two, do some shopping. They're here to be catered to. You, on the other hand, were doing the catering. And like any good caterer, that means spinning plates, doing 12 different things at once. You found the interesting ways to push Funplex Quest and promote the Funplex as a whole. You worked your butt off to do it. So rather than attending Max, you were Max.
Sure feels that way. I'm totally drained.
Ooh. I kind of envy you, you know? Sounds like you had some great adventures today. Other than designing that flyer, I didn't do that much beyond playing a few games and buying cute t-shirts and stuff. But let me tell you, they are really super cute t-shirts. I'm glad I could support you, though, even if it was just, you know, by doodling up a flyer.
It was hardly a doodle. You did great work designing it. Don't sell yourself short. That flyer looked super professional. I mean, no fun Comic Sans, but still pretty cool.
Thank you. Thanks, Ari. I really enjoy doing stuff like that. I don't exactly get a lot of opportunities at the office to express myself. Okay, let's get home and get some real rest. We both earned it. In fact, I'd say we took it...
Juniper, don't.
To the max.
Ugh. After that moment, the rest of the evening was a blur. I knew that Juniper, I'm just gonna fuck up her name every chance I get, apparently. I knew that Juniper and I took the train back home, heated up some pizza bagels, and safely made it into my comfy bed. I think I was still in shock. At the beginning of this day, I thought that no one was going to know about Funplex Quest. We'd be stuck as a relatively unknown mom-and-pop arcade. But now it seems like the whole world knows, which is great, but also pretty nerve-wracking. I sighed heavily, letting all my mixed emotions flow over me. There was no turning back now. What I set in motion will stay in motion. It can only get bigger and better from here. At least, that's what I'm going to keep telling myself as I drift to sleep. I'm proud of what I accomplished today, and I can't wait to tell everyone at the Funplex all about all I've done. I hope they're proud of me too. And before I know it, Funplex Quest will be upon us.
You cleared level 3 of...
Sorry, that was the wrong voice.
You've cleared level 3 of Arcade Spirits. A winner is you. Now, let's see your score.
You're on Queen Bee's good side, and like just underneath that is Ashley. And then we've got Naomi. Percy and Teo are still real far down. And is it possible that Gavin's got lower? It might have been. And I am maxed out on being a sweet and caring person. With some funny and some spunk. I don't remember what this one was actually called, but you know.
You've also scored 11,050 points. Go for the high score. Actually, I don't know what the high score is, but hey, go for it anyway. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 4?
Save that game. And we've got enough time to start the next chapter. I just won't have to like go a half hour over this time. Level 4, player versus player. Ooh. Throat. It is the future year 20. And it is my hour, and this is my hour. Max has come and gone, and we're hoping a good number of the folks we reached out to will be there. Will be here today at my big event, Funplex Quest. This is make or break moment for me. My chance to put the Funplex on the map. My chance to make something more of this job than a 9-to-5 vacuuming the carpet and looking for missing ski balls. My chance to prove to myself that I can do this. Everybody's counting on me to bring the customers and keep them coming back for more. Without that, we're constantly at risk of Funplex shutting down. So, no pressure or anything. Here I am in the break room, psyching myself up, watching the clock. Once the little hand hits the 10 and the big hand hits the 12, Funplex Quest is a go. I don't want to be nervous. I don't want to be freaking out like I was at Max. I want to face this with absolute confidence. But, well, sadly, I'm me and not someone else. And those old instincts to assume that everything will go wrong, those feelings are still hanging on. Oh man, this is gonna be fun. You ready to make this happen, Ari? No? Yes? You know what? Let's go with yes. Even if it's a no. Relax. It'll be easy as fuck. Just get out there, kick some scrub ass, and walk home with a shiny plastic trophy. That's what you're doing today. I'm the one who's wrangling the entire fiasco. Basically the same thing at heart. You go out there and kick ass, then walk home with a shiny paycheck. Look, I love the Funplex and all, but let's be real. This will be a cakewalk for both of us. It's just a local tourney, maybe a dozen randos to send home happy.
Fantastic.
Now put on your game face, and let's get to it. 10 o'clock, time to do this. You can do this, Ari. You know what? Even if the family curse makes you fail miserably and crash and burn, at least you can say you took an honest whack at it. You'll never succeed if you don't at least take a few whacks. With that settled, I pushed through the door and out into the arcade. Like Queen Bee said, we'll probably only get like a dozen randos anyway, so... And that is not a dozen randos. That is a considerably more than a dozen randos. Wait, why am I panicking? This is a good problem to have. We wanted to have big crowd for the event. It's okay. It's more folks than folks to wrangle, but I can do this. I can do this. I step out in front of the crowd, waving for attention. That's me. Look, it's me. Hey, everyone. I look down and make sure I'm wearing pants, unlike my nightmares about public speaking. Welcome, everyone, to Funplex Quest at Francine's Arcade Funplex. We've got some awesome things in store for you today. I'll go over the basics, then we can get this party started. First, the token machines will be spitting out extra tokens when you buy $5 or more of them, so make the most of it. Second, the Fist of Discomfort tournament. We are streaming it live on Queen Bee's channel. Sign-ups are at the prize desk. Let's see the giant pink flamingo for details. Third, a high score contest for nearly every other game in the arcade. Register your 3-letter initials with Gavin back at the desk to join in. Whoever holds the top score at the end of the day gets a trophy and tokens. We're planning a monthly high score challenge leaderboard, so let's get that started. Fourth, for those of you participating in the cosplay contest, your outfits look great, and check in with Ashley about the details. Fifth, I can confirm the rumors. We're going to have Magical Moon Cuties playable on the floor today. The Funplex is home to the indies. Finally, in a few minutes, I'll be revealing new rare game. Only a few prototypes were ever made, and today you'll get to play one of them. All of those things were on the flyers and the promotional website and so on, meaning the point by point was kind of redundant. They're ready to go. But I should pump up the crowd up a bit. Get them excited. Can't half-ass this either. Let's see. Oh, I can't do these ones, so... Time has come to prove that earning top score is a worthwhile career path. Veteran or newbie alike, I hope you all have a lot of fun and make new friends today. Doing that one. The Funplex is meant to be fun for all. Casual gamer or core gamer, young or old, retro or modern, we want everyone to have a blast. Even if you don't walk away with a trophy, you'll be walking out of here with memories of time well spent with these great games and the great people you'll meet here today. So, anything we can do to make sure you're having fun, you let us know, and we hope you come back to the Funplex again to recapture the magic moments you'll experience today. On behalf of the Funplex, thank you for joining us at Funplex Quest. Now let's get gaming! Yep, that got him excited. Right, okay, now it's time to reveal the new rare game. And let's get this show underway. Gavin and Naomi wheel the tarp-covered game out from the back room. Excitement builds in the crowd as it pushes into place. My friends, I give you Wyvern Keep, a rare laserdisc-based game where you're a daring princess rescuing a prince from the clutches of an evil lizard. And the crowd goes mild? I thought laserdisc games play like crap. Isn't that why they stopped making them? Not all bad. They can be kitschy and nostalgia, at least. Could be fun. Maybe I'll give a shot after I'm out of the FOD tourney pools. Not the outburst of joy I'd hoped for.
Aww.
But I thought this game was really sought after by collectors and stuff. That's different from being popular.
I suppose.
I wouldn't worry though. Today's crowd is fairly hardcore. Once more casual players are wowed by the animation, it should pay for itself.
Didn't Ari kind of get it for free?
My point stands. I'm about ready to give up on this now and move on to other things when I spot something out of the corner of my eye. Very hesitantly, a young girl approaches, eyes full of wonder at the cartoon playing before her of the daring princess. And after dropping in 2 tokens, she starts to play, standing on her tiptoes to do so. Games are meant to be played and loved. Players that grow to love them, players like me, always find them in the end. Hopefully that girl will have cherished childhood memories of Wyvern Keep, just like I did. My nerves unwind somewhat on seeing everybody ready to go. Maybe today will work out just fine after all. With the event underway, folks head off to sign up for the high score challenges and the FOD tourney, or just go play some games. As for me, I work my way through the crowd and back to the desk. One last thing to do. Check in with our VIPs before they dive headfirst into the storm. Okay. Actually, that's where I'm gonna save it for today. What? This has been crazy fun. I'm really enjoying this game. I hope you guys are ready for like several more weeks of this, because when I finish it, I'll then continue to play and get every single ending. And then eventually we'll play the new challengers or whatever it is, the sequel. So that'll be good fun. Yeah, someone get this child a stool. Yes, help her, please. But yeah, so that is it for tonight. Thanks for being here, Dr. Ray Ray. And everybody on YouTube, enjoy this video whenever you watch it. Everybody have a great weekend coming up. I don't know. Keep playing? I don't know. Screw it. I'm gone.